Hey gamers, it's Wintermute here from Grind This Game, back with Oxygen Not Included, the space industry update, and Captain G's getting his dance on. So thank you all for tuning into the live stream, those of you who are able to make it. That was my last video that I published. Well, I did a live stream and then I published it. And I've done quite a few things off camera since then, just to prepare for this video, because I didn't want you to spend a lot of time watching me fix what I did last time. So last episode we were able to get liquid oxygen going, and we got a little bit of a few driblets of liquid hydrogen. Now I had to go in and I had to kind of rip this apart and redo parts of it, so I lost a lot of hydrogen, a lot of oxygen, but now it's at a point where it's working and I like it. I do have to put some more insulation on this one wall here, just to double things up. Now it's kind of malaligned. I should have done double walls along here, but anyway, it's going to stick out and look a little bit ugly, but that's kind of like all the stuff I build. So I'm going to put another layer here just to double it up. And I left the original abyssalite in here just because it works as a perfect insulator. So we've got liquid hydrogen in the top chamber. Here's the settings on the liquid pipe thermosensor. It's set to minus 254, and that's been working really nicely to get our hydrogen. And then the oxygen one is set at minus 210. You can see our coolant in the top chamber is at minus 256-ish, and below is about minus 210. So if you missed the live stream, I'll just briefly explain this build. And this is based on a build by Lifegrowski, who's a Twitch streamer. My original design was based on Navatil, who's posting the Klei forum about his build. This is a simplified version, which is much cleaner, much nicer. So what's going on here? We're using supercoolant, and it's in a cooling loop. And it's going into a reservoir first, which kind of evens out the temperature of the supercoolant for us, so it prevents spiking. And then it goes past this liquid pipe thermosensor to see if it's warm enough to go into the aquatuner. If it's warm enough, it goes in, and if it's not warm enough, it will go. It'll branch up this way. There's a pipe hidden behind this bridge, which is kind of hard to see. You can kind of see it behind there, but so it branches up, goes into this bridge, and then loops back around. So you can kind of see the automation trip on and off. Try to get it in the other state here if it actually can get to it. I can't actually. Oh, right now it's actually looping. So the one on the right here, it's looping. So it's not actually going through the aquatuner. It's heading up through the bridge and wrapping around. So it's looping at the same temperature, and occasionally it'll be warm enough to actually go into the aquatuner and then come out this way. And then we're deleting all the heat that's building up on our aquatuners with the steam turbine up here. Now they might nerf this in the future because it's a really powerful way to delete heat. But as an alternative, these aquatuners could be immersed in a liquid coolant, like something like, I don't know, petroleum, for instance, and we could heat up the petroleum and then actually burn it off and introduce new coolant each, as these things heat up. So even if they remove this way of cooling, there'll be other ways to do it. And I'm kind of using that in a thing I built down below, which I'll just show you. I'm glad all my stuff's not under the rocket anymore, because the rocket gives off a tremendous amount of heat. And I might try to grab that heat and actually use it in this room in the future, but I do want to get the rocket underway. So right now I'm still using oxalate at the moment. As you can see here, I've got oxalate in this thing, in the oxidizer tank. And we're still using petroleum. So at some point I'll switch this rocket out for a hydrogen one. I switched out my cargo container for a biological cargo bay because I'm trying to collect wheezworts now. So let's retract the gantries and launch this rocket. Let's just see here. We're going here to the ice planet, which is not too far out. There it goes. Now I'll just have to keep an eye on the heat in here. It's a vacuum underneath, but it actually, all this hot gas actually kind of goes through these tiles. So the bunker tile heated up to about 700. This insulated tile, I think, got quite a bit hotter during that. And now we have a vacuum between these two, but that doesn't really help. It's because it's a vacuum, all that hot gas just disappears, but it does heat things up. So hopefully in a few cycles here, 12 cycles, I think we'll get 3 more Weezeworts. That's how many we get per trip. Now eventually I want to use this oxygen, and I was using it earlier, but I kind of rebuilt things. So when my oxygen tank was here before, I was briefly using liquid oxygen. I'd sent, I think, 2 rockets off with liquid oxygen, but then I moved everything to the left here. So we'll probably hook it back up now that we got some liquid oxygen actually collecting in there. Minus 181. It needs to be cool enough. Let's just see here. See, it turns into a gas at minus 183, so it really needs to be just a little bit cooler to send through these insulated pipes, because they're gonna warm. It's gonna warm up slightly, and we get pipes breaking if it warms up too much. But it goes up this way, goes into the oxidizer tank, which I'll hook up once it comes back, and then goes back in a loop. And the reason you do it in a loop is so that the oxygen isn't sitting in the pipes getting warm, and then you can return it to the chamber to get kind of recooled. I also had the shovel down here, and he was causing me a lot of problems. Before I moved my oxygen tank, he was actually getting in. They can actually get in past regular tiles. So actually, it wasn't my oxygen tank. He was getting into, I think, into here and causing massive problems because, yeah, they can poop out kind of solid bits like this, which just gummed up my feeder here. So I was able to trap him, but if I use a door here, he actually is able to get to the door, so I have to figure out what I'm going to do with him. I think there might be a way to contain him. There might be something else other than metal tiles. I'll have to do some research about that. But for now, he's trapped. I think he's hungry too. Actually, no. He's got enough food in there. Good. I think he's able to eat from this feeder, maybe, even though it's entombed. Not quite sure. The other project I did off camera is down here. I'll just wait for the game to save. My oxygen levels... Actually, I did 2 projects. I'll show this one first. Now, when I was doing the live stream, I started with 1,000,000 food, but I wasn't really farming any food at all. I wasn't even keeping the mushrooms going. So food was falling pretty fast. Even though I have lots of sleet wheat stored away. Somewhere in here. In here. We have a lot of sleet wheat. Oh, that just killed. Oh, lag, 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 lag. I will not touch that container again. That's some serious lag. Wow. And it didn't seem to recover. Well, that's not good. Wow, my performance just fell off a cliff. This was a bug that was there before, but it seems like they haven't fixed it and it actually got a little bit worse. Wow. Okay, we'll pause so we can actually scroll. Now, I did have pinch pepper nut farms up here. I still have one here, but it only actually kind of works when I have hot water, hot polluted water coming out of the metal refinery. So I'm going to decommission this, I think. Or maybe leave it, but I built another one down below. Because I had all that sleet wheat collecting, I needed pinch pepper nut to pair it with to make pepper bread. Pepper bread is pretty much the best food in the game. It's plus, well, its quality is +5. And I think it gives 16 morale. So if we look at some dupes here. Soup here. He had a superb meal, which is plus 16. So that's from eating pepper bread. So I built a pinch of pepper nut farm down here because it was nice and warm here. And we had polluted water that's nice and warm. So that's one of the mini projects I did. And then the other project is down here. We got some aqua tuners. Because I have so much polluted water and it can soak up so much heat, I'm using a petroleum cooling loop. A bunch of you suggested I should cool my power room. So that's what I've done with the petroleum cooling loop. And it's getting really cold in here. Maybe too cold. Actually, no, it's still about 5 degrees, which is nice. And I think the temperature of the natural gas generators determines the temperature of the water that comes out of them. So this water should be nice and cool. And eventually I'll dump it back down to this tank, but for now I'm just I wanted to keep an eye on the temperature of it. It probably is coming out cold, but it's getting warmed up because it's not insulated tile here. So I brought some petroleum over from our petroleum line. I dumped it in this little tank here. Just to fill it up like 1 tile worth. And then I pumped some of it out into a petroleum cooling loop. And I could probably add some more petroleum because it's not completely full. Now I didn't want the petroleum to get too cool, so what I do down here is I have a... Wow, it's loud. A liquid pipe thermosensor. And I said if it's above 35, it's allowed to go into these 3 aqua tuners. And the way it warms up is with this little bit of radiant pipe here. So let's see, it's going in at 6.8 here. Sometimes it sits in here to warm up. And you can see the automation here. It's controlling whether it can go in the aqua tuner or not. Yeah, so it briefly warms up, warm enough to go inside. And then it drops 14 degrees for each of these that it goes through. And then it's coming out at around -6. Which works pretty nicely. And these aqua tuners are getting hot and it's heating the polluted water, but I'm eventually, if it gets hot enough, I'm going to put a sensor in here that detects whether it's maybe over 60 degrees, and if it's over 60, we'll just pump the polluted water out, send it through a sieve, and send it to our electrolyzers up at the very top here, and then destroy that water right up here. Right now I'm taking it from this compressed storage right here, which has actually a lot of polluted water in here. 60,000 tons. Yeah, and it's pretty cool as well. That originally all came from over here. This polluted water vent, which was filled all the way up to this actual vent at one point. Okay, so that was that project. Because I'm actually cooling the petroleum back down, or heating it up, I should say. It's actually cooling this area down a little bit, so it might just stay somewhat stable for quite a while. I'm clearing out this little pond here. I wanted to contain all my polluted water in this one block. So once this is all taken out, I'll put a pump in here instead. And I should actually think about doing that pretty soon because it's getting pretty low in here. So I'll do a gold pump. Maybe kind of right above the aqua tuners. Let me see. Yeah, I think right here should be good, maybe. Let me think. Yeah, we'll do it there. I don't want the water level to fall below these because everything will fry. But that probably won't happen. I'm just gonna use granite. Take it over this way. And eventually I'll take out this vent and we'll just merge it in here. The nice thing about warming up this polluted water is that it works really well for this pinch of pepper nut farm as well. I should probably put a proper floor in there. Let's do that. I could extend this if I need to later on. I could also take out some slime. Just to, actually I could go underneath here. Now it's pretty hot here from our oil petroleum room, 45 degrees, but that's okay. I might seal this in one big insulated block so that the heat from this can actually help keep this warm. But I think I'm going to go straight across here, take all this out. Now, are they going to get stuck? Oh, actually, is that going to open up? I have to put some tiles in here before I mess things up. Actually, let's do those at priority 9. It's not an emergency or anything, but they're not going to be able to get down there, so we got to extend this ladder. Actually, they can go in here now. This way. And I'll just put some more tiles here. Don't think anything's gonna get out there. It should be safe. Maybe I'll extend this floor across here as well. Just so they can run around faster. Okay, that pump needs some power. I think I'll just use the heavy wire that I have here. Heavy conductive wire. Now, getting kind of low on iron. Oh, this other aquatuner, it's taking sieved water. Let me just show you here what's going on. So we're sending polluted water into the sieve, and then clean water at 40 degrees is coming out. And half of it's going up this way into our carbon skimmer, and half of it's coming down this way into the aquatuner. And that's dropping it from 40 degrees down to about 25, 26, which is perfect for our bristle blossom farm up this way. Now this design is by Hamad Kazim. He sent it to me in my Discord, and it's really nice. It's really elegant. I really like the look of it. I probably did the piping slightly different than he did. I think he hid more of the pipes away, so it actually looked nicer. But it's technically a greenhouse, so we're getting oh, we're out of fertilizer. That's another thing I wanted to do this episode, is get some fertilizer makers going. And I want to clean up this stinky air in here. Don't like seeing the stinky air. I should put some deodorizers above this water here as well. How's our rocket? Oh, it's gonna take a while. But I do like how this room is nice and cool now. Very nice. I was meaning to do it for a long time. I was gonna do it with just Weezeworts, but petroleum cooling loop works pretty damn well. Yeah, as long as it doesn't get so cold that everything freezes. Oh yeah, I was gonna start to put coal in here. There's just a ton of coal just sitting on the ground. Let's get that in there. That'll keep them very busy putting all that away. It'll probably help with the lag a little bit too. Because we've got like 100 tons of coal. 135 tons of coal. Jeez. Crazy. Could also do some more cleanup around the base here. We got stuff all over the place. Regolith, algae, sedimentary rock. Just let them clean up for many, many cycles. Okay, let's put some algae in here. Don't think I have a ton of algae. Let's see. 8 tons. I'm actually wasting a bit of algae up top. Let's just jump to the top here. I've got oxygen being made here, which is not really smart. I just did it temporarily and then it became permanent. As with many things I build. So it'd be best, I think, to do an electrolyzer setup here. Because that could feed our liquid oxygen and liquid oxygen and hydrogen setups from the electrolyzer instead of from this these two different places. So the hydrogen's coming from way over here, way over here, way over here. Yep, it's coming from kind of two sources. This hydrogen vent whenever it's active, which is not that active and doesn't put out much. And it's actually coming from our electrolyzer setup way down at the bottom here. So yeah, it'd be better if I had an electrolyzer setup at the top of the base instead. But to do that, I'm gonna need some water. So maybe I'll grab some water from down here, because there's a geyser here I'm not really using for anything. So I could pump the water out that way, and I'd have to make a pipe up to the top here. Let's see where a good place to... I think I already started digging a tunnel for it here. So I might just go straight through here with the granite. Let's just see. Yeah, I might go straight through here. That'll work. Make a granite floor so they can walk a little bit faster. Do the same here, I guess, but I don't want the cool air to get out too easily, so I'll leave that small gap. And later on, I'll seal this up with insulated tiles. Should probably grab the algae while I'm in here. So we're gonna need a insulated pipe because that's hot water. And I've been running out of igneous rock, so I might just use sedimentary. And we can go from here. Actually, I need to branch off. How do I want to do this? I think I can do... I'm gonna take this bridge out. Maybe this one too. Okay. Because I might want to add water to this later. Probably not, now that the steam is working, but let's just do sedimentary rock. We'll split off. Half will go down, but most of it's going to go this way. Oh, let's just go along here. And then up here, and then I'll have to figure out a place where I want to make my electrolyzer setup. There's a little space here I could use. It's pretty darn hot in here. Could also use this water here. Doesn't have to be big. Just need enough oxygen and hydrogen for these two things. I wonder if I should do 2 electrolyzers or 1. It might actually take 2. I don't know if I'm going to get enough water out of this geyser over here, though. Cool steam vent. Let's see. Active period. It's active most of the time. 6 kilograms per second. That's actually that's a pretty decent amount of water coming out of there. But it really hasn't collected very much because... Yeah. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll just do 1 electrolyzer to start. And we'll see how it goes. We'll leave room for 2 though. Where to do it? Could do it under here, right under the oxygen production. Dig this out. It should be a sealed room, so... do an electrolyzer right here. Once the plant is out of the way. Should probably do a proper floor. Mop this crap up. I got so much crud all over the place. I got super insulator down here. Game is getting pretty laggy though. We're almost at 1,000 cycles. I don't think it would be good for me to take on any more dupes at this point. There's some free hydrogen here we could use, but... one thing I need to do is build a proper Draco farm at some point. Because I do have a chlorine vent somewhere that I could be using. And we could do bomb lily for them. Should I crack this open? I wonder. I don't think I need to. Okay, electrolyzer. We'll stick right... let's see here. Yeah, it should be good. Wow, our dupes are like leveling like crazy. Couple pumps at the top. Yeah. Oops. That's not where I want it. I might actually have to come straight down here. Or I can move it all over one. We have the room. I'll just stick it over here. And 2 pumps. I'm like losing my voice. I recorded a different video earlier tonight with a fellow YouTuber. I did a bit of Don't Starve Together, which will be coming out pretty soon. Probably after this video, but... okay, what are we going to do for power here? We got 1.44 kilowatts. I might want a third line. And just to make things uneven and nasty looking, it'll have 3 spaces instead of 2, like the ones above it. Use some heavy conductive wire. Go down here. Oh, I don't want to use steel. Did I use steel for that? Iron. No, good. Maybe I should pause while I'm building because it's so laggy. Okay, we'll take this over here. That'll power this. Now we need a little bit of a... well, this should be a sealed room, so I should probably just seal this up. What I might do actually is do like a corner build through here. Or just actually seal it off so the Dracos don't get out. Oh no, he got out. He's been freed. Okay, so there's this tasteful memorial here, and that's because last episode, during the live stream, a Draco climbed into the hydrogen cooling area, and he turned into a piece of meat. He froze. It was very sad. He made it out, and then he crawled back in right before we sealed it off. Oh, can you get back in? Nope. Probably don't need that ladder there, but... These guys look old to me. They're babies, but they look old. They look like they're wearing a monocle. We gotta preserve some Drekos though so we can bring their population numbers back. Okay, let me think how I'm gonna do this. Let's get the piping going. It doesn't have to be insulated. It is gonna be a little bit warm, but that doesn't matter too much. Now I usually do a little bend in my pipes because they seem to merge better when I do that. Do something like this. And then we're gonna have to filter the output. I do want to fit another one of these beside, so maybe I'll do my filter vertically. Actually, they're not gonna be able to get up there. To this top row. I'll have to put a ladder up there for them. There they go. Take this ladder out. Okay, here's our rocket going. Oh, it's getting there. 61%. We're at critter starvation. That's the slicksters at the bottom. They're not getting enough CO2. I'm pre-cooling my oxygen over here with some wheezeworts, and that's why I'm sending the rocket out to the ice planet so we can get a few more wheezeworts for this. But I think this will replace our oxygen and hydrogen production. Good old gas filter. Waste some energy. Now, I think I'm going to filter out hydrogen this way. I wonder where I should do my piping for this. Maybe down along the bottom, because I do want to put another line in. We're going to have to go underneath. And then the rest will be, hopefully, oxygen. At some point, it'll be pure oxygen. That leaves us room to duplicate the system. Oh no, there's a shovel. Oh, he better not get in our system. These things are a menace. Since they can't go through metal tile, I'm thinking of building some metal tiles along the top here to keep them out of this room. I think I might do that. Because right now, if he gets in there, he's going to muck up everything. Oh, we can't put it there. I wonder if he can get up there. Oh wow, there's two in here now. They're great when they're on the surface eating the regolith, but when they're down here, they can really do some damage. Because they get in here and they just poop out things and buildings get entombed. Okay, they're gonna need ladders for some of this. Let's pick our output as hydrogen. How are we doing for calories? 307. Okay, food's going back up. That's good. We're gonna have to dig in down here to get in here. Kind of don't want to let these guys out. But they're probably gonna get out. Oh, he's going that way. That's good. Quickly, quickly. Build the stuff. I think everyone's on a coffee break now. I do have It's kind of staggered schedules. Could we look at this? Oh, I actually added a third block of downtime as well so they can chill out a little bit more. And I only have 2 dupes in the schedule, so I should probably spread, put meat down in schedule 5. So 4, 4, 4, 4, and 3. And Hank is on the rocket at the moment. Okay, I gotta seal this room up. I'm gonna seal the left even though I just built that ladder. So we'll seal it up down here. Oh, we got some lag. Our liquid oxygen is really starting to pile up in here, so we better start to use it. We're actually getting solid hydrogen sometimes as well. Which is pretty crazy. Okay, someone will eventually come and build this. Where did that shovel go? Is he hiding in there? Don't see him. Okay, so that will be sealed. We'll put a door on here maybe. Actually, let's put floor in here. Ceiling here. And mechanized airlock. It could get pretty warm in here, so we might have to do some kind of cooling. I'll do all the job promotions off camera just because it's a little bit slow, a little bit boring. Okay, I have to clear out all this polluted oxygen first before we start sending it into our main line here. Let's put a deodorizer outside. Just in case any polluted air gets close by. Finish that up, and I hope they can reach that tile. I don't think they're going to be able to. We might have to take this fan or gas pump out temporarily. And we have enough power for that door, so let's fix that. Actually, one ladder would have been enough for them to stand on, I think. Can they reach this? Maybe. Yes, they can. Nice. Okay, the hydrogen pipe, we're safe to bring that along. And maybe I'll use insulated because it is going to be warm. We won't use any nice insulation though. We can go through here. That's gonna merge into here. So there's a bridge for that. Is this how I want to do it? No. Do it like this. That'll go in there. Yeah, that'll work. And then we can take out this pipe here. I almost want to start a new base because the lag is so bad. I do need to do some sweeping though. I'll let the game run for maybe 100 cycles without doing anything, just for them to sweep everything up. Because I think that'll help things. Like, there's crap everywhere. Actually, they can't even get in here anymore. I sealed them off. that'll be hydrogen. Oxygen we will take out this way. And for now, I will just vent it out because there's going to be some other stuff in there that we don't want. I guess I'll use a high pressure vent. And then once this room is like just pure oxygen and pure hydrogen, it's safe to just to send it right into our oxygen tank. And really I should be pre-cooling it over here. Like we're looping around maybe. Taking the sweet time. Oh, I broke that, so let's put the floor back. And we need the water to go in there as well, so... Oh, I thought... Oh yeah, here's my water pipe. It looks really skinny for some reason. I think I can plug it in. It's probably safe. Let's bridge across. That's weird. Did I use the wrong bridge? I think I did. Watch a shovel sneak in here somehow. Well, he could go in anywhere around here, I think. Get the bridges in. Here we go. Hydrogen will merge. Once we clean out this room, we'll tie in the oxygen. Let's do some sweeping. It's a total mess in here. Got stuff everywhere. Still waiting on that rocket. Oh, it's almost here. It used to be way easier to get Weezewarts. You used to be able to put a lot of biological cargo bays on a rocket. I think like 5 or 6. And you can get 3 Weezewarts for each one, but now you can only fit 1 on a rocket, I think. How's our solar doing? Pretty good. Oh, this robo-miner is dead. We will deconstruct that one. I think I might use niobium for these, just so they don't melt. Oh, we have a large problem here. It's amazing these don't overheat. They're made out of steel. For some, I don't know how it happens, but they seem to cool themselves down. So this bunker tile's at 306. Robo-miner's at 249. Like, this should be hotter. This regular's 287, 288. The robo-miner is only at 126. It might be warming up slowly, though. Doesn't seem to be. It should be. Okay, let's use a different material this time. Let's use... Oh, we're almost out of niobium. I actually have some thermium. I'm gonna use some thermium. It's kind of a waste, but... This one will never melt down, that's for sure. Oh, is that where I wanted it? No. I want it right here. Now these scanners, a few of you have told me that it should be like way far away from machinery like solar panels. I just can't figure out a way how I want them to work up here without heating up. Because I need a base to be on, I think. Can't just plop them in the air. No. Okay, how are we doing here? Making oxygen. Okay, have we cleared all the nasty gases out of there? I think so. Now, technically, I should do a second filter just to make... Oh yeah, we still got a little bit of polluted oxygen in there. I could just do a second filter. We have so much power, it doesn't really matter. Potential power consumed, 10 kilowatts. Actual consumed... Well, these reports apparently are really erroneous. Because often power consumed will be more than produced for a very long time, and that should be impossible. So let's see here. We still got tiny bits of polluted oxygen in there. I'll just wait a while. It's okay to fill this area with oxygen. Doesn't really matter. As long as we don't run out of water down here. We could at some point. Once we drain this out, I think I'll make a proper tank here. I kind of don't want to get these... Well, these thimbleweeds are probably never going to cool down again, so get rid of that. I'll just use granite along the bottom here. Maybe I'll make the tank like this. That can be big enough. Wait, probably not. I don't want them to get trapped in here. This will be a tiny mini tank. This should be somewhat cold right here, so the steam should kind of condense. So it's safe to take this wall out. And I'll move my pump. Once this water's gone, we'll move the pump here. And maybe seal this wall up. Yeah, I'm gonna go down into here. Might use some more cooling here eventually, so I'll use metal tile. Make a little box. And I think our rocket is here actually. I want to keep it. I want to make sure they build this though without getting stuck. We'll leave a little ramp for them. Okay, they should be safe. If not, they should have an oxygen reserve in their suit. maybe. Okay, I don't trust them at all. They should be fine now. Okay, so we'll go up here. Rocket's back. And let's see what we have. We have 3 Weezort seeds, 4 sleet wheat grain, 2 turtle doves. Okay, perfect. Let's empty this thing. Let's dump it on the ground. And that they should take 3 of those Weezorts. Finish this off. Or we're gonna need another one. I wonder if I should hook up my liquid oxygen at this point. I think it's safe to do. It's at minus 213. I don't know if that's going to be cold enough. Because it warms up all the way. And if it reaches... Oh, actually, it'll be fine. It's plenty cold. What was I thinking? So my automation here is an AND gate. And I have... It's checking the temperature and the pressure. So if we're over 500 kilograms, which is true, and the temperature is below negative 186, which is also true. What's going on here? Oh, below, above? What? That's odd. Oh yeah, this is right. I gotta take this down. Current pressure 500. Oh, liquid oxygen only goes 500 kilograms per tile instead of 999. That's interesting. Okay, so that's... take that down. That'll start pumping. Well, they probably already put oxalate in the container. Let's just see. Oh no, the gantries aren't set, so they weren't able to put it in. That's good. So we're just going to close this loop here. And I need to use ceramic for this. We could even use super insulator, but I'll just use ceramic and we'll complete this loop. So that'll go in there and then loop there. And I think they should be able to build that just fine. And because it's in a loop, it shouldn't warm up too much. We can see down here it's at minus 209.3. Yeah, it's warming up. But once we get it looping, it should be okay. Can they reach this? Should be able to. Someone please build this. Priority 9, all the things. Before our oxygen turns back into a gas. Oh, it's at minus 206 already. Yeah, it's warming up. We gotta get this built. Okay, why aren't they building it? Can they reach it? Let's put the gantry out, maybe? Oh, there they go. Okay, they brought the materials. Don't warm up too much. 205.3. Come on, dupes. You've got important work to do. We've got this piece of rock stuck in midair here. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, I know what that is. That's the conveyor. Never mind. Okay. That's weird. Build it! Okay. Liquid oxygen is going in. Perfect. So this allows us to go even farther, because this stuff's more efficient. I think it's 130, it's worth 133% versus oxalate's 100. We probably actually don't need to fill the tank, but I'm just going to fill it anyway. And then we'll be off into space again. Okay, this is safe to start using, I think. Maybe I'll move my Weezewort room down to here so that we can just loop. Actually, we could do it right here. And stop using this algae, because we're going to run out of algae. It's not sustainable. Okay, I'm going to change this up here a bit. Ceramic, sure, we got enough. I made a whole bunch of it. So we'll kind of insulate this. Put some Weezeworts in here instead. Furniture. Just granite. Actually, I'll probably want a door there. So let's take these out. And stick them in here instead. Then we can pre-cool both gases actually at once. So we'll take this vent out. And we'll use insulated to here. And then radiant. I'll use Wolframite's pretty good for radiant piping. Then insulated. Actually, I probably don't want that one right there. Oh, I gotta pause to build. It's too laggy. Okay, that's gonna go here. I'm using granite. I guess that's fine. I'll use ceramic. That'll go there. We'll get rid of this. Plant those Weezeworts. This should really be a sealed room filled with hydrogen, but for now, we'll just do it like that. Take all this out. Don't really need it. Wow, that's lag. Okay, take all this out. That's all be getting retired. But I do need this algae here for filling these two rooms. That's not high demand, so that should be okay. Do this priority 6. Oh, I didn't want to do the container 6. Oh, the game is becoming unplayable. The next patch is supposed to be quality of life improvements and optimization, so I really hope it is. Okay, let's cool that. Let's use radiant piping here as well. Looks good. If even a drop of polluted oxygen goes in here, it's going to cause problems. So I hope it doesn't get any in there. Put a deodorizer in here just as paranoid backup. Priority 6. Okay, is our rocket full of liquid oxygen? Oh, why isn't it looping? What's going on? It should be looping. Oh, it is. Oh, it's just due to the settings. That's good, actually. It's only sending super cold oxygen. That way it has a little bit of time to warm up. Oh, it's based on the amount, though. Okay, that's fine. Let's just turn this right off. That should still loop around. Actually, did I do that wrong? Yes, we want it up here. So that'll loop around. That's good. And the tank should be full. So we should be ready to launch. Missing our astronaut. Did Hank get out? Let's put the gantries out. Now there was a time when Hank, oops, would not get in the rocket. He was on strike. Now at some point, probably not this episode, but next episode, I'll switch these tanks out and we'll start using liquid hydrogen instead. And the hydrogen engine. I've heard it gives off even more heat than this thing. So maybe we'll actually hold off. Do a few more missions just with liquid oxygen. Oh, I gotta replace this pipe. With wolframite. Our oxygen stopped flowing. Oh, because the hydrogen pipe is missing. Okay. It's all good. Oh, we're almost at cycle 1000. Oh, he went for a snack break. I guess he deserves it. All this hard work. One more piece of pipe. There's a bug where sometimes it shows up as to be built, but... Oh, they're actually building it. Never mind. This actually doesn't need to be radiant. That should be good. We're probably not really cooling it much, but let's just see. 33. 26. A little bit. It should be a sealed room, though. Insulated sealed room. Do a little bit more. Should help a bit. Okay. That might be it for this episode. I think I got everything done I wanted to get done. Did I launch the rocket? No. Did Hank go in? No. Come on, Hank. Oh, Hank. Gantries are out. I don't understand how this automation on the capsule works. Actually gonna remove this. I was trying to figure it out. I would guess it's something like the top one, the bottom one is something to do with letting the astronaut in, and the top one's like the rocket's there or something. I don't know. It's really unclear. Okay, this sometimes Hank never comes to the rocket. It's very unusual. This is very strange. Okay, there he is. What are you doing? What are you doing, Hank? Let's follow you. See what you're up to. Oh, that's gonna make me dizzy. He's hungry. He's eating. He has nice eyelashes. Oh, you, what? That was pepper bread. You didn't like that? Okay, Hank, how about you go to the... How about you go to the rocket? You should go to the rocket. I think he's on a break now. No, he's sleeping. Okay. In the morning, will he come back to the rocket? Assigned. Priority 9. He has a gantry. I just want to launch the rocket. Maybe I should have multiple astronauts. Oh, Hank, where are you? Oh, is he coming up? There he goes. He got in. Oh, finally. What a lazy little bugger. Okay, let's get those gantries back. And T-minus 3, 2, what? Why can't we go? We're still waiting on oxygen? No. Contents, none. What the crap? Where did it all go? Something went wrong there. Here comes the oxygen. We definitely had some oxygen in there before, unless it just looped around without staying in the tank. Made a mess. What the heck is going on? Bathrooms, empty pipe. Uh-oh. How do we run out of fresh water? Oh, I forgot to connect this one up. Yeah, we had it prepared, but I didn't actually do it. Let's do a priority 9 pipe. And we're going to have some pee everywhere, I think. So priority 9. There. And then disconnect that and that. And we better do it quick. We're going to have pee everywhere. How did this person get out? Lindsay, you should have an exosuit on. Okay, here comes the water. That should fix the problem. Probably not in time. Getting little bits of water. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where does my fresh water even come from? It comes from this sieve, which is coming from this polluted water. Oh yeah, here it comes. It's a very long pipe. It has to go through many, many things here. Ruh-roh. Just have to mop up that pee as it happens here. And wait till that water makes its way all the way around. But I think I might wrap up the episode here. Because cleaning up pee not that fun. So I hope you enjoyed that episode. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.